Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. And this is Kathy speaking. Thank you for joining us here today on Wednesday, the 21st of January of 2026, as the moon has just ingressed into Pisces. We are doing this reading at 2:28 p.m. Greek time. And today, in a few hours, in about 3 hours, we're going to have that conjunction of Mercury now in Aquarius with the Sun, the cazimi of Mercury and the Sun, which is a process of dying and going through a rebirth. Is it our perception? Is it the way we communicate? Is it has it got to do with matters of health, information relating to health, relating to business, work, education, children? Something is going through a rebirth, as a brand new beginning, and we are in the Aquarius season now. So happy birthday, dear Aquarius. If you are celebrating your birthday, this is a very significant time. The Aquarius season now is going to be a very significant one, as we will have the first eclipse of the year of 2026 on the 17th of February in Aquarius. A new moon, a solar eclipse, which it's going to happen at the 28th degree, 29th degree of Aquarius. Very significant for the fixed signs, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio and Taurus. Now, we've got some wonderful aspects, we really do. I'd like to show you just a couple of things here, because it's different when you can see the chart. Just a quick look at it, as you could see, and we're not going to analyze everything here, but this beautiful triangle here that you can see is very helpful indeed. It's giving us, it's a blessing, it really is. And it has to do with the bigger planets, with Uranus, Neptune, and Mars. Okay, this little very significant positive note in the sky is giving us blessings. So it's hope. It's hope coming from the divine. We've also got, this is what I wanted to show you, which is very stressful. It's a very stressful angle alignment. You see Black Moon Lilith here at 9-10 degrees of Sagittarius is connecting in difficult aspect to the nodal axis, right? North node in Pisces, South node in Virgo. So very significant for the mutable signs or the mutable areas in our chart. Lilith is our shadow side. Lilith can be very harsh, very disorientating, very stressful, bringing up many difficult aspects in our life about the past and the future. Which way do I go? Do I stay with the past known path, or do I move towards my future North Node in Pisces situation? There may be feelings of disillusionment, a sense of injustice, not being acknowledged, not being treated well and fairly. Okay, that's what Lilith would speak to. Remember, she spoke up and she was banished from the... I better lower that. Sorry about that. I've got a client. Monica, that's you, if you're watching. I was saying that, Lilith was mistreated, treated unfairly, was trying to be controlled, and she spoke up, she rebelled, and she left the Garden of Eden. So there are fated situations going on now, as Lilith is on this 10th degree of Sagittarius. And just for your information, I thought I might look at the Sabian symbol just for a second. Okay, this is from sabiansymbols.com. Okay, and it rounds up to the 10th degree of Sag. A theatrical representation of a golden-haired goddess of opportunity. This would be the benevolent side to what's going on right now. But there's also that shadow side of Lilith in a very difficult aspect to the nodes. So karmic situations are happening now. Something's got to give. Something's going to crack. It's going to break. It's going to release. That's the work of Uranus in the sign of Taurus. But whatever is changing is for our highest good. Let's read that just for a second. Rewards, awards, acclaim, a sense of presence, charisma, and beauty are all the promise of this degree. There will be offers that look too good to refuse, and they could be full of promise, but they should still be looked at carefully. It can be something of a reward for you, in which case it can lead to bigger and better things. You or someone close to you could be seen as someone who could totally succeed, a natural talent. It may seem to be the answer to your dreams, and indeed may well turn out to be a grand adventure with a big reward. However, be aware of the idle chatter with no basis in reality. Distinguishing reality from theatre, feeling the world is your stage, playing out a story, acting out impulses, because that's what Sagittarius is. It's a fire sign. Lilith is in Sagittarius. It is impulsive. Dramatizations, opportunities that seem too good to resist. Shallow adoration, that would be more the negative side to things. Propaganda, constantly chasing things that come to nothing, judging people by their looks, false appearances, false opportunities. So think of how that plays out in your own life. There are promises here, there are blessings, surely, but we may not be seeing those as of yet. As I said, karma dharma is playing out. Fated events are pulling, this is like being pulled in two different directions. I don't know if you're feeling it, but I'm feeling it full on. There's so much going on in my life as well. Obviously, I feel that it's more than likely for you as well in different areas of life and multiple areas of life personally, but also we see what's happening in the collective, right? Anyway, we're looking into a love reading today. So may the chips fall where they may. It's all in God's hands, in the bigger plan for humanity and for us individually. Think of your person. We're looking to see what's playing out right now. It is a very significant time, my dear friends, as we've got the bigger planets, right? Saturn, Neptune, they're at the late degrees of Pisces. There is Pisces. Neptune on the 26th will be leaving Pisces for the next 168 years, when Neptune will be in the same position again. But remember, he's carrying the whole weight of the whole zodiac on his back. Neptune, which is illusion, deception, magic. It's the divine, it's God, it's being delusional, it's not seeing things clearly, it's needing to believe, it's needing to trust, and it's needing to, we're needing to understand that something is going to be closing up, something is ending. This is the end of a life story, of a chapter of humanity, for us personally. And Saturn too, on the 14th of February, will also be joining Neptune at the 0 degree of Aries, which is the, it's the world degree axis, which is a restart. 0 degrees of Aries is, it's very significant for all of us. It's a restart. There's a brand new beginning. So let's see. I'd love to talk to you some more about the astrology. That's what we do on Patreon. If you're interested, as we do go into the tiniest of details, we explain everything. We look at cycles and we learn astrology as well. So do consider joining us on Patreon. The links are beneath the in the more section, right? Let's see what's going on for love, because this is a love reading. Usually what comes through is more the twin flame, the karmic, or the soulmate connection. Now, for some of you, it could be an existing connection. For others of you, it could be a possible new connection, right? Let's not rule that out. We did have the Venus Sun conjunction in Capricorn. Only, a couple of weeks ago, right? Sun and Venus at that 17th degree of Capricorn, very significant for the cardinal signs, very, very helpful for the earth and water signs, of course, but mainly for Capricorn, of course. I would say for Cancer as well, because for Cancerian individuals and rising especially, Capricorn is their house of marriage. So that seed has been planted, and we'll see how it germinates and what's going to happen until October 24th, when we're going to have another Venus-Sun conjunction. Venus-Sun conjoining is a seed where love, money, values, peace, tranquility, good times, feeling good is concerned. Venus is creative as well. Creativity, whatever we're creating, whatever we love, is something has begun in Capricorn. Look to that area in your chart. What's going on in your love life? And remember, this is a general reading. Let's see. We will not be analyzing each card to the details that we usually do, because last Wednesday we did 1 hour 21 minutes, very long reading, and it's too much for some of you, of course. And as I've told many of you, I've got my own personal stories going on, and I've got things to get to as well. So I hope you appreciate these free readings, because they are for free, and we've done thousands of them. Okay, all right. I guess when you watch this, you can take it as a personal, timeless reading. Don't pay attention to the dates, just look at what the information is. The moon, typical, we're in the dark. The moon, something secret. The moon, fears, subconscious, mysteries. The moon is someone's personal situation. The moon is a subconscious emotional situation, possibly something fraught with fears, because look at the monster here. Okay, this is like a nightmare. Some of you may be having nightmares. In your sleep, you're having dreams that are very scary. It's your subconscious that is speaking to you, depending on what's going on. If you're in the dark, because, under the moon, of course, unless it's a full moon, we don't know really. We cannot see what's happening. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. And please pay attention to possible prophetic dreams, because you may be in the dark about what's going on with your person, and they may be in the dark of what's going on with you, because it's a mystery. The moon is, we're in the dark. The moon is moon in Cancer. It speaks to strong intuition. Pay attention if you're having, if you're seeing repeating numbers, so on and so forth. These are secretive, deep desires as well, and fantasies. Let's see what's coming through. You and your person, what's going on, what is happening in the now, what's happened in the past, and what's possibly going on in the future. Let's go. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. Five of Pentacles in the now position. What is the challenge? Yep, the Hanging Man. And this is the Spellcaster's Tarot, if you're interested. We haven't used it for a while, and I like to change my decks. The Hanging Man is in the challenge position, which is a Neptunian energy. It's like saying that you're both in the dark, you're both feeling alone. There are mysteries, there are fears. Look at the wild dog, right? Someone's looking for solace, for support, possibly from other people, not from the relationship. Both you and your person are feeling left out in the cold. There are mysteries, there is karma, there are completion points that need to happen. So I would say up until Valentine's, and even up until, I would say even all all of February because of the eclipse. You know, the eclipse is 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. That new moon, that solar eclipse, which solar eclipses mean things are happening around you, practical matters. It's not an emotional full moon lunar eclipse. It's a solar eclipse, which is saying it's a new moon. Give it a few days, even 2 weeks after the eclipse, which is happening on the 17th at the 29th degree of Aquarius, and opposite is 29 degrees of Leo, right? So on the axis, Aquarius, Leo, as the eclipses mid-year will start to play out more so in the fixed signs. Therefore, Scorpio and Taurus are also affected. Big changes relative to the fixed signs. Fixed signs don't go easily with change. They dig their heels in. It's time for them, or spirit, to put things right if they haven't been able to make the necessary changes, because this is a release. This is karma. This is dharma. This is I'm in the dark. I'm keeping you in the dark. Or someone stuck. As you can see, they're all tied up, right, in a coffin, which is saying possibly your person or you or this relationship is going through a death process, a release. There needs to be a surrender. Leave it up to spirit. Trust your intuition. Meditate. And listen to your higher self. Strong intuition. Trust and believe. Pisces is unconditional love. And with Saturn and Neptune leaving Pisces after 14 years and the last 3 years, 14 years is Neptune, 3 years is Saturn, it's going to be a different story. The rewards will be left behind. Have you started to build on that dream, on that vision? Or have you been wearing, those rose-colored glasses? Masks have been worn, surely. There will be clarity, as Saturn is the Lord of karma, timing, and truth. Once he leaves Pisces and enters Aries, we will see then what the next reality, the next steps are. There will be a release, but wait. Spirit is saying, hang in there. News is coming in. We see again someone's all tied up. They're in that portal. They're in between making a choice. A lot of karma for me. It's like 11, right? He's at the juncture, at the portal, at the in-between stage. Something will be communicated. We see the little bird there, which may release these ties, this being hung upside down, right? Possibly someone needs to see something needs to clear up, something needs to end for that new beginning, right? Here we see a full moon. It's obviously a full moon. And we've got a full moon in Leo, which is opposite Aquarius. Let me just get my coffee. Some of you know I've got a bit of a cold, so I'm still battling with that. When I talk too much, I may need to cough, so please forgive. And, okay, so I was saying a full moon in Leo, possibly the news may be coming around that time. But remember, we're heading up to the full moon already. So it will be at its culmination point on the 1st or the 2nd of the month of February, which is only a week away. Okay, the news could come any time until then, and that will be happening roughly at the midpoint of Leo, so around that 13th, 14th degree. Where is this relationship coming from? What's going on with this relationship? What is the karma and what is the past? We've got the Six of Cups, so it could be a soulmate connection, an old connection, a connection from the past, obviously, where there was possibly more trust, more emotional balance in the past. And we see the youngsters here and we see the oldies in the background, so long-standing relationship. This is not a relationship that you've been in for 6 months, no. When we say a long time, these are very significant connections which are lifetime relationships, very significant for your life. Recent past, 8 of Wands, but are they communication? Are they hitting the spot, the target? Because we're not reading reversals. Have you been in communication? I don't see the communication here at all. Now, some of you may be in physical distance, because the 8 of Wands is someone who flies. You could be dealing with someone that flies a lot, right, for work, whether they're flying a plane or whether they're an air hostess, right, or someone that just flies from one country to another for work. It's like, for me, it's like this is in what's happening in preparation. This is in preparation. Something needs to be seen and culminate and be released, because a full moon is a culmination. We see here that this is a release as well, but it's in the challenge, and it's saying be patient, right? Something is preparing to happen, but it's a moment before the action, the movement. Things feel quite stuck right now. Let's see what the possible outcome is. Queen of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Very decisive, very powerful, very creative, very masculine. The feminine is becoming very strong in her stance, like she knows what she wants. This is what I'm creating. This is what I desire. So it looks like the divine feminine is in her power. We'll take more cards in a minute. We've got the 10 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 7 of Cups, illusion, disappointment, third-party situations. We see the Sun at the bottom, which is saying that the Sun is the ego. The Sun is Leo. She could be a Leo. I'm wondering if Leo Cancer is not significant here. But someone is under the weather. There's no ego in Pisces. It's unconditional love. It's like Spirit is saying, forget the ego. Someone's understanding the reality of a situation. Ego needs to be in good balance. If it's over the top, then it's all about needing to learn the lesson that the power is not within us fully. Yes, there is free will, but there's also the will of Spirit and the will of fate, because we've signed up for this. What we're living through, we've signed up for. Now, this is support for me from a tribe. It's the 10 of Cups. It could be friendships. It could be your tribe. It could be a family situation. If sometimes friends are more than family, family sometimes could be very poisonous, unfortunately. And I don't think that there's one family out there in the world where everything is perfect and everything is, there's so much support through family. We don't choose our family, we choose our friends, right? So 10 of Cups is a bliss card, but it's also a completion, right? A restart. And you could see that the 8 of Cups is at the top, which is emotionally, we're checking out of that old situation. And the 2 of Cups are being held by this group of people as they're taking in the luck that's coming from the rainbow. They're holding the Ace of Cups, right? 2 of Cups as well. So to me, this is hope, a moment of hope for bliss and happiness. But this could be the chapter that closes also, an emotional checking out of a past situation. Let's take the Lenormand and see what's going on. What is happening in love? We'll take another layer of tarot here shortly. Let's see what's possibly happening. I love the Lenormand for that. It gives you more clear-cut picture. Okay. We've got the tree, the house, the stars, the bear, the clover, the lucky clover, and the child. This is very promising indeed. Indeed. If, the tree could be family, it's the family someone's built, or it could be even, a past life relationship, a spiritual connection. The house could be, yes, a family, a marriage, a commitment. And the house could be the relationship as well, if not family. The tree also speaks to health, okay? So we've got the stars here, which promises the future, something good happening in the future. But the stars is also Aquarius, and it speaks to the future. But Aquarius is also detachment. Remember, we're going to have a solar eclipse. A new moon will culminate in 6 months. So pay attention, because this solar eclipse will culminate in the Leo season, when we will have that full moon in Aquarius. Right? Now, Aquarius is detachment. It's the truth. It's the future as well. But it's also a wish fulfillment, possible wish fulfillment. Right? To me, the bear here, which is someone that's pulling up their socks, taking responsibility, or someone that's had it hard, someone that didn't have the Martian fighting spirit to do what's right, And what I mean to do what's right is, because the bear is someone who is a leader, could be a parent, could be someone that is weakened because of their responsibilities towards their children. Usually the bear would be a parent. I do see the bear as the Empress Emperor. And then we've got the lucky clover here and the child. So you see, we do have parent-child, but the child speaks to newness. There could be age differences, yes, the bear and the child for me. But this also says that this may have been a long-standing relationship. The roots to this relationship goes back in other lifetimes. But remember that the house could also be a family that someone's built that is blocking the wish fulfillment, that this was promised in the future, because the bear would be someone older, someone more mature, and they would have to wait a long time because of karma, because of whatever. The house can also speak to securities, financial. Remember that Uranus, which is the star, Uranus rules Aquarius, he's in Taurus. So Uranus is going to bring unexpected change to someone's security, because Taurus is fixed earth. So there will be an opportunity. I do feel that once there's a belief, once there's a relief, because there needs to be belief until that release, until the breakthrough, the breaking free from something that's been holding this connection back. Right? The lucky clover is here, so there will be an opportunity that someone needs to grab suddenly. Will not last forever. And there is, remember that pages are, well, it's the child. Could be a page in tarot, right? Could be a message. Let's not rule that out. But it could also be a possible new beginning, and that there will be naivety, there will be trust, or it's something concerning a child, right? Children are more innocent. It's the Aries energy. Aries is more about, taking that leap of faith, not thinking about it too much. They're driven by fire, right? Cardinal fire sign, Aries. And the big players, Neptune and Saturn, are entering Aries. So someone is going to take that leap of faith, I would say. We've got the fox, so maybe there could have been lies, deception, or strategy. There's the key, and the key could be an open wound, or it's an opening or a resolution. Right? Let's see what's going on here. Before we take that, I want to take the moonology, because the moon does speak to emotions, secrets, our personal life, the past. You're very close to achieving your goals. Gibbous moon. So someone is very close to achieving their goals. Now remember, yesterday we had Venus passing over Pluto. And we spoke about it yesterday on The Messenger is Here a little bit. So maybe check out that reading if you haven't. Big changes where love is concerned. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Something is culminating relative to communication or even decision, because Gemini is all about being curious, talking, communicating, right? Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Well, that's not very far around the corner, right? A new moon in Taurus. That should be roughly around about when Uranus is going to leave Taurus and enter Gemini again. So that would be a very significant time. Let's take another layer here and see what's going on. Let's put the Ten of Cups down. Three of Swords can speak to third-party situations, especially when we've got twos, you know, twos are choices. Why do we have the Five of Pentacles? We've got the Knight of Wands. Physical distance. Right? The Knight of Wands is someone who travels. There's the Three of Swords. That's in the challenge. Someone was maybe at a physical distance or not ready to settle down, because usually the Knight of Wands is more Sagittarian energy. Sagittarius, right? Free-loving, optimistic, someone who loves to travel, someone who travels for work, or someone that's just on the road all the time. Can they offer something long-term, or is there physical distance? Physical distance between relationships is not very easy at all. But we see that the Knight of Wands is coming in. They're holding the Ace of Wands. This is what they desire. Right, and he's coming in on an eagle, and the eagle is a bird. It's news. This is Zeus, right? This is Jupiterian and Aquarius, because Aquarius is shown. We've got the eagle on the Aquarius cards. Why do we have this here? We've got the Ace of Wands. Yeah, something is going to light up. There is strong desire for movement and the chase here. What has been going on in the past? Six of Cups. We've got the Four of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. You could have been in a situation with someone that had a family and they had children. They were they needed that security. Money came very importantly. Their financial security was very significant for them. Maybe that's why they kept the truth from you, and maybe you were in the dark. You can flip the story. You know, Four of Pentacles is also the miser. It's someone waiting, holding on. Fours do speak to the Emperor. Emperor who has got strong... the Emperor has got heavy responsibilities. He's in charge. He's the go-to person. Some of you may have been, this relationship may have started off as friendship, who knows? What about the Eight of Wands? We've got the Empress here. It's like Spirit is saying, wait, the messages are coming. Maybe they will take a little bit longer. We do have Taurus. We've got Libra here. The Empress and the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is negative thinking. Someone feeling that they need to wait still. Waiting on what? Information. Ten of Swords. Queen of Cups. There's a heavy ending here, but this is a release. Right? This is the end of the darkness. This is the end of a betrayal. This is no more. Ten of Swords turns into Ace. And the Ace of Swords gives us the know-how, the understanding. It's the that light bulb moment, which is also very similar to the Ace of Wands, about love, about emotional factors, right? Queen of Cups, and we've got 3 divine feminine here. So maybe a little bit of gossip, a little bit of jealousy. Your person may be someone who is surrounded by females. Could be someone that is, they've got their own business. They've got people helping them. They may have siblings. Remember the group with the tribe here, the 4 females here. So could be a mother and 2 sisters if we're talking about the divine masculine. But we see here that there will be news that someone's suffering is coming to an end relative to love. Now there's unconditional love in the Queen of Cups. She's also the minor arcana of the High Priestess. Do trust your intuition. Yep, the Strength card, Leo, comes through here. Patience again. We've got another 2 cards that speak to patience. The Strength card is someone needing to believe in their high self and their abilities. Someone who can take charge. Remember we said it might be the full moon in Leo where this news may be coming through. What is the outcome? She's very strong, very powerful, and very decisive about what's going to happen in her life and which way she's going to go. Now the Wheel of Fortune is here. Fated events, Jupiterian change. Jupiter is retrograde in Cancer, will be and is promising to enter Leo mid-year, but Jupiter is going to turn direct March 11th. The gifts will come, things, information and things that you were in the dark about. Could have been about your person, could have been that you kept someone in the dark about what's going on in your personal life. Because remember, Cancer rules the natural 4th house, and Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. Now the wheel, fate, destiny, fate, legalities, separations, all these things could be playing out because Jupiter in Cancer can also speak to, I'm changing country. I'm moving from one state to another, from one country to another. I'm immigrating. Anything could be playing out such as this. There's the Tower. We've got Jupiter and Uranus. Do expect information coming from above. Jupiter, Uranus, absolutely beautiful. Trust your higher self. These are fated events and changes that are happening, right? Expect the unexpected. These are breakthroughs. These are help coming from the divine. Maybe somewhat challenging because something has not been built well. This is an aha moment. It's a shocking moment. It's an uneasy moment because it's the electrical storm. And we may also be seeing the electrical storms naturally in the world because Uranus is transiting Taurus. It's the earth. Big sudden changes. Is it your self-worth? Is it your value? Is it how the other values you? Is it what you think of how they feel about you? What is this aha moment? What is this Tower moment? What is this revelation? Temperance. All will be well. 3 major arcana. Again, we've got Sagittarius. We've got Temperance, which is Archangel Michael, and saying that the alchemy is happening. You will come into balance, fairness and justice. Keep trusting in that. Okay, 3 cards of patience. Spirit is saying that. What will Temperance, because Temperance is healing and calm, right? Tempering yourself, being more patient, being in balance, but also a healing energy. Let's see what else. And we've got the Knight of Cups, everyone. Scorpio, Cancer or Pisces. We've got an offer that's coming in. It's going to come in very suddenly. Could come in Pisces season because of the fish, or you could be dealing with a Pisces, right? Knight of Cups. They're looking very Very different to what the traditional Knight of Cups looks like. The fish is slippery, slimy, sudden, unexpected, right? And remember that this person is riding high. They're in their emotions. Once the Pisces season is over, that long, that long-standing, I would say the last 3 years relative to Pisces, because of Saturn, and Saturn is the Lord of Karma, and needing to do the work. Maybe the gifts are coming in once Saturn releases you from this situation here, the Hanging Man. What's at the bottom? We've got the Two of Cups here, my dear friends. Two of Cups is a soulmate connection. It's a union. It is happiness. It is emotional equality. Even though they are two people that come from different parts of the world, their hearts connect. Let's see, what is this Ten of Cups? We've got the Nine of Swords, so lots of worry around family, around happiness. Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, the ending of the suffering. And there's the Moon again. There's the Moon again. Maybe we're not meant to know more than this, my dear friends. Let's leave the Two of Cups here. Let's see what's going on emotionally in the psyche. Let's see what's going on in your person, because you know what's going on in your own subconscious. You know emotionally how you feel. You don't need me to tell you that. Now, because our subconscious sometimes we may not connect with, have some downtime, some alone time, connect with your higher self, and Spirit will support you and give you your answers. What's going on with your person though? Nostalgia, Six of Cups. They are very nostalgic of you. They refocus. They want to return. They're in solitude, and they possibly also know that you are very lonely as well. They've been guided, or they are being guided. They've seen the inner light, or they're seeking advice from others, from someone, a professional, from a tarot reader, astrologer, but that's also the internal light. They've done the work. Fresh start. They want a fresh start. This is like the Ace of Wands for me. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. And the signs are showing them the way. Someone needs to travel, I would say here. Travel or take action towards this fresh start. Remember that the Hermit is like a 9, and 9s are culminations and endings. The karma has been received. Fate and destiny is playing out. Let's see what the blocks are before we take the timing cards, and we're going to take a message from the universal love as well as the handwritten love messages. We won't be taking the yes please this week. Now, those of you, I'm giving you an opportunity, those of you that want a quick Lenormand reading, like 3 cards, 4 cards that we've done in the past, you're familiar with that. It's an email reading. You can donate $15, and I will, please email me and tell me your person's first name so I can do a quick Lenormand spread for you. That is something we've done in the past, so many of you are familiar with that. All you have to do is donate. The link will be beneath, and you can also just do that whilst this reading is on the premiere, and I'm in the chat with you. If you're interested in a quick mini Lenormand reading for your personal situation. What are the blockages relative to love? What are the issues? Seeking perfection. Everyone has flaws. Choose only 5 must-haves and deal breakers that matter. Perfection is the Virgo energy. Age issues. You feel too old or young to date or have issues with your partner's age. So there could be an age difference for some of you. Feel unloved. You deserve someone who can support you emotionally and love you fully. So some people are feeling unloved, left out in the cold. This card and this card remind me of the Five of Pentacles, the first card out. Let's take another 2 more cards. No good ones. There is someone out there for you. Don't let this false belief make you miss out. Some of you are saying, oh, they're the same. All men are the same. All women are the same. No, it's not the case. Unworthy. You deserve an amazing relationship. Take steps to heal doubts about yourself. This is complexes, not feeling good enough, and changing them. Trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. Wow. So remember, these are many messages, but there are a few of you out there. So that could be, you need to trust your intuition. That could be your personal issue. Remember the Taurus new moon. Prosperity lies ahead, and that should be where love is concerned. Okay, the Taurus season is spring in the Northern Hemisphere. There is a lot of flirtation and more opportunities then, I would say, rather than, especially if you're in the Northern Hemisphere now, the cold wintry weather. It's like, you know, everyone's in hibernation. Let's see. In June, could be when this offer comes through, or when you have that tower moment, or when what you're striving for you can create. It could be in June, could be a significant month. In December, I don't know if this is past December, if that was a significant month, or it's next December. More than a year. So it looks like it's not going to be very soon around the corner. The soonest would be June. But remember, this is a general reading. Okay? In the spring. Logically, that sounds very true for me because of the changing of the energies relative to the, of course, to the planets. The planetary transition from, you know, from water and earth signs to air and fire. Let's take your person's messages, and we will take a message from the Universal Love Oracle. Let's see what your person wants you to know. Let's go. You took the stars from my eyes, you took my heart, and I want it back. Now, last week's personal love messages, it was a difficult day, and many of you received really difficult messages, very similar as well. I was shuffling as much as I just did, and I was taking the same answer, the same card. It's the energies we read here, right? I regret the moment that I let you go. You bring such happiness to my life. I'm married, I lied to you, I'm sorry. We are from such different worlds, but I'm willing to work on this union. Let's see where this will take us. If not with you, then no one. It's done, door closed, they cheated, feeling blue. And I'm ready to take the next steps with you. To me, intuitively, some of you are someone's going through separation. They're leaving past, secretive. There's been infidelity. We've got the I'm married, I lied to you. Some of you are going to accept that. Someone's going to make it right. Others are not. So everyone is on a different path, different soul path, right? And everyone's situation is totally different. But what I see is the red cards that are more towards the future. The black cards are more towards the past. Okay? So if there has been infidelity, someone's closed the door. Now they're ready to take the next step with you because there's so much difference. Maybe you've connected through work. Someone's insisting it's like, I'm holding on to you. If not with you, then no one. and that was the Queen of Wands at the outcome. She's digging her heels in. If not with you, then no one. I'm just going to focus on my career and a feel-good energy. I'm going to do things that are good for me. If you're not on board with me, or I don't want anyone else. I want to create something with you. If not with you, then no one. Because you bring such happiness to my life. Okay? And that's it. Very decisive. Very on point, I would say, relative to these cards. What's at the foundation? One day we may meet again somewhere in time. Someone needs to be single so that could happen. That's the twin flame card, which I'm sure I did pick for someone last week. Let's see the universal love message. And I apologize about my voice. My voice, that's what happens. It's like blocked throat chakra. It was a few days ago that I was with my daughter and I sneezed and then I couldn't talk at all. It was a sneeze and a cough at the same time, and it's still dragging on. So yes, it probably has to do with throat chakra. Yes, thank you for your advice as to a blocked throat chakra. Drink lots of hot tea. Tea, lemon, honey. Yes, I'm doing all that. Thank you so much. Let's see what Spirit is telling us here. You know, blocked throat chakra may be saying you need to speak up your truth. And don't worry where the chips fall. You know, I'm a double Virgo. I am careful with how I portray things or what I say. But with Moon in Leo, sometimes I may also speak out without really thinking because of, you know, Leo is a fire sign and is very heartfelt. So let's see, dear Spirit. Thank you for your guidance. What's going on in love? Moon tree. The moon has come through twice. Moon tree. An old idea resurfaces. The moon is in alignment with your heavenly star. Conditions are now right for something you had put aside. Nurture this idea into being. With love and positive energy, you will achieve positive results. A majestic oak tree is rooted in fertile soil. It has grown strong and tall. Its branches reach out to a sky nourished by the light of a spiritual moon. Ground your idea in fruitful soil. Care for it and it will grow strong. This card may also represent a partnership of some kind, the marriage of heaven and earth, a physical or spiritual connection, a combined effort, or a sacred union through which something new is born. There is the tree in the Lenormand, and something is birthed here because we've got the child. But it's a combined effort or a sacred union through which something new is born. The tree has grown strong with thanks to the sun, the rain, the soil, and now it provides a home, a resting place, shade, and air to others. Giving and receiving is nature's way. So this is what's coming through, that what is most important is about nurturing. Remember, the moon is motherly. It is Cancer. It's about nurturing, loving, and protecting this relationship. I feel that from both sides today, I feel that there's been a detach. I feel that there's been, I'm releasing it. I can't do it anymore. Let them take the first step. I'm not doing that, or I've nurtured enough. I have not had that returned to me. What can I say? For everyone, it will be different. The moon is strong intuition. Do pay attention, because this relationship with the tree is a twin flame relationship. It is rooted in past lifetimes. Now, It needs nurturing, it needs loving. Think of a baby, a newborn. What does the mother do? It nurtures, it provides security, provides what the baby needs, what this new seed needs, what this relationship needs to grow and to thrive. So it, even seeing like the moon, it looks like a seed. Something is seeded, but something will also be culminating and shown to you. That new moon in Leo, as I said, will give you the opportunities, yes, to take charge. Remember, it's a full moon in Leo, so something was happening in the Leo season with that new moon in August last year. And it was a challenging new moon because I think we had Pluto opposite, if I remember well. That is culminating now, early February, but it could happen tomorrow, the day after, blah, 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 until the 2nd of February of 2026. And Leo is the heart. So matters of heart may be coming up to the surface, may be culminating. Trust your intuition. There will be revelations. You will know what you're closing up in your own life. Because, as I said, the nodal axis, the nodes are shifting mid-year into Leo and Aquarius. So it's, like a changing of the guards. I think we'll leave it there, my dear friends. I could keep talking for another hour, but as I said, I did not want to make this too long. Do consider joining us on Patreon, as we do a lot of beautiful things there. Now, the love readings as well have been released for January to YouTube. The Patreon love readings have been released. Thank you so much for your love and your support, and for subscribing if you are not subscribed here, and for commenting. Always, that helps the channel. Thank you so much, everyone. I've got to love you and leave you. I will talk to you soon. Take care.